Hello, folks, and how are you all doing? Welcome to my thoughts on a comic book. And today's comic book is Power Comics, Part 2 of 4, by Eclipse Comics. Yes? Yes, I think it was by Eclipse Comics. Okay, 1 second. So, writers are Don Avenall, I'm not sure on that, and Norman Worker. And artist is Dave Gibson. All this will be written down below. Okay, so our story is about, and the comic is about Powerbolt. And he is, as it says in here, 1 sec. Powerbolt is an African hero who has terrific, I can't speak today, terrific strength and superhuman powers. His one weakness, snake bites. Kind of like Superman, except instead of kryptonite, it's snakes. So he got his powers by being hit by a lightning bolt when he was young. He has all sorts of powers, and the lightning tells him when there's danger. Holy shit, this was so not what I expected. And I looked at this and I was like, mafia, you know? Maybe there's mafia shit, violence, all that. I was excited. But it's so not mafia shit. I mean, can't help but slightly think. I mean, look at this dude, the cigar, the everything. But it's not. It's actually quite a cheesy comic. I mean, you got all these these kind of moments in the comic, like oh no, Powerballs is about to die. Like oh no, what are we gonna do? And then the next second, I know what to do. This is really cheesy. So in this, we actually have two stories of Powerbolt. The first story is, Powerbolt is watching the African Wrestling Championship. Wait, was it Wrestling Championship? And then the lightning calls him to tell him there'll be danger. So he goes there. All the people know who he is, and they greet him, and he joins Melody and her dad, who is the commissioner of police or the chief. And I think it was commissioner, and his daughter Melody, who as we find out in the second story, is his girlfriend. In the first story here, she's just his good friend. Then the next one, she's the girlfriend. Yes, and he has an enemy. He has a James Bond enemy, Doctor Crime. This is Doctor Crime. The I thought he was this mob boss. Nope, Doctor Crime, James Bond villain, but the old James Bond. Not the newer ones, the older ones where it's like sitting and petting the cat kind of thing. Oh, it was so cheesy, but it was so cute. Right. Anyway, in the first story, so they're watching the wrestling, and then shit. What do you call the referee? No. The guy who stands between the wrestlers and then taps on that person. He announces that whoever wins a fight against King Kong, I gotta show you King Kong. They really they were not subtle about this at all. Look, I fucking love this look. This is King Kong. No subtlety whatsoever. I mean, you think a big guy, but look at his features. Kind of resembles a monkey. So seriously, no subtlety there. So if someone wins a fight against King Kong, this nameless donor, who's actually Dr. Crime, will donate 10,000 of whatever currency they have there to orphans. And so, like no one wants to go against him. They say Powerbolt can do it, and so Powerbolt fights him. But the guy has in his bracelet two needles that have snake poison. And in the fight, without anyone noticing, he, pokes a lightning bolt with it. Like I said, it was actually a very quite clever plan. No one's gonna notice. And who's gonna think you have snake poison in your bracelet? And so Powerbolt falls, and they take him to the hospital, and they say, "Oh no, he's dead." And then his future girlfriend for that story, Melody, goes, "I want to say goodbye," and goes into the room, starts crying, and then she noticed the puncture wounds. Which is interesting. They took her to the hospital, and they didn't even take any clothes off. It's like, okay, we're gonna treat you like that. We're not gonna check. We did everything we could, but didn't you check all over him to see? And then she noticed that, and then she remembers he tells her so she electrocutes him, and then he comes back to life. He, actually, technically, wasn't dead. I also loved the melody. She wasn't just eye candy. She was useful. She was. She was very charming and also useful. She was helping. And wait, I'll show you melody. So then she helps him. He regains his strength, and then apparently Dr. Crime did all this in order to steal all the money from the wrestling championship. The ticket money. That's why he did it for. And so he stops him, and they go back to the to where the wrestling match was held. So he will fight King Kong again. He fights and he wins, naturally. And then they give him an award. I love that. Okay, wait. There's Melody over there. And there she electrocutes him. I also love you have a warning here. You are not Power Man. Do not mess with electricity. Which is actually very responsible, but still look. Okay, so that's Melody. She electrocutes him, and he gets back to health. And that's how the story ends. And then the second story, because in the first one, Dr. Crime escaped. I love this. Dr. Crime escaped. Also, this is all in black and white. I'm really starting to love this. There's King Kong. There they are. Also, I really love the art here. It's very nice. Again, it's amazing how you can do it just black and white. I mean, look at these images. And so in the next story, there's a fire. It starts with the fire. Cat Powerbolt's lightning told him there's a fire to go check it out. He goes and this is funny because he goes there and here how he says it. Those firemen seem to have this fire under control. Yeah, but you're still not going to help at least a little. I mean, you have superpowers, dude. Help them blow it. I'm sure even Superman would have, helped. Anyway. Also, he has leopard underwear in his costume. I love that. Like, leopard. Uh, it's so cheesy, but I just love it. I do. It's so cute at times. So anyway, there's a fire, and apparently there's a girl stuck inside, and it's Melody. Melody's the girl who's stuck inside in the fire, and Powerbolt saves her. And as it turns out, Dr. Crime has started that fire so he can rob a bank, dressed like an Arab businessman. I love this guy. He's also awesome. Look, there he is. So he robs the bank. He succeeded with that. And then Powerbolt goes to stop another crime. Apparently, other criminals wanted to steal the biggest diamond. And then after that, the next day, Doctor Dr. Crime hears about it and wants to go steal the diamond. And at that same time, Powerbolt is in the building where the diamond is, and he stops him, and he saves him. And he stops him, and then Dr. Crime tries to escape, but he doesn't catch the rope. The diamond is kept in a very in a very high building, so he falls. And this really made me laugh. He says here, Dr. Crime tried to kill me with the snakes, but I cannot let him die. And then the next page, death is too good for you, Dr. Crime. It's like, nah, he tried to kill. I'm gonna go save him. Death is too good for you. It's like, and then so you must go back to prison. Death is too good for you is usually reserved for really, scumbags. Now, although Doctor Crime is, a thief, he is actually not that bad. You know, I mean, yeah, he did try to kill him, but overall, he's actually one of the nicest criminals I've come across, if you will. Oh, and then, yeah, and he tries to kill him here by sending him a snake. I forgot to say, in the second story, it's Powerbolt's birthday. And Melody buys him a sword, a samurai sword. And there's the snake. There was a lot of, the language here was also so nice, there weren't any curse words. And yet we have, like, death is too good for you. Which amuses me to no end, It's like, I'm going to save him even though he tried to kill me. Death is too good for you. I loved this. It was so amusing. It was cheesy, but it was so fun. It was amusing. The villain was actually fun too. But damn, was I wrong? When I looked at the cover, I thought, mafia and all that shit. No mafia. He actually he's a crime lord, I think. Dr. Crime, the name. I love this. Well, anyway, I love the art. The story, well, wasn't so elaborate stories, but they were really, really amusing and a lot of fun. A lot of fun to read. I really loved this one. I have as I checked, because I have another one, I have part 4 of 4. So I wonder if it's also going to be like 2 stories. Oh, and also what else is great in here is that you don't actually have to read these in order. In every new story, they give you that little square of information. Also, there's narration, but it's so simplistic here. What is it? News of what had happened reaches the house crowd, and they cheer as Powerbolt returns. It was awesome. Really, it was cheesy but awesome and a lot of fun. So yes, I love this one. So that is it, ladies and gentlemen. These are my thoughts on, well, it's called Power Comics, but on Powerbolt. Also, this I think was the first storyline I actually read in a different country. So far, I think the majority of what I read was happened in New York. So I also got to see a new place. So that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Till next time. Bye.